Hello there, welcome to another league match, this time against Zanderg, who I don't believe I've ever played before. Maybe it's happened at some point over the years. I think relatively newish. Well, okay, I don't actually know the history there, but new to me, at the least. So, we continue. There's a lot of trashing, plenty of draw. Payload acceleration plus buy, weakish plus buy, but it does exist. Well, rope's not so weakish, but not necessarily a barn burner. You're probably not super interested in develop, even though state fishing village is generally going to be a pretty good flip, just because I think the pasture points are probably valuable enough here. It wouldn't be crazy to get it though. Moneylender opening looks pretty okay. You can get an upgrade and then use it later on that. It's certainly possible to pass on the not pass on it and shepherd necessarily, but delay it and go more fishing village rabble route and trash the estates. But don't know if that's correct or not. Probably gonna open fishing village moneylender. Rope is not unreasonable either. Zanderg has managed to play 3 coppers. That's some progress here. Goes for the continue. I don't really have a great continue line, to be honest. I mean, you can do it. You could do it here. That's interesting. It's pretty nice. I mean, I don't have that opening, unfortunately. So, they did redraw a lot of green. Just something. They've gotten 2 moneylender plays. I mean, it's something because it's not going to allow them to continue. I'm assuming. I mean, they only played 2. They drew 6 cards, and only 3 of them were money. So the other ones were, well, one was the moneylender. So 1, 2, 3, the 2 estate. There may be 1 estate in this hand. They also shuffled so they could get something going there. Unfortunately for me, this is probably, I didn't have that opening exactly because I couldn't do the triple green. I don't know if this is worth it. We'll see. This is also not like a super great shepherd, though it could be done. Otherwise, we're going to have 3. You do have to buy a 5 at some point. Like, you can do it here. You don't find a money lender copper pair that's pretty awful. I don't, it wasn't super likely. But you're still, you're very clean, but your window for making money is getting at least a little bit locked out. So you can draw your money lender with pasture and just not be able to pay off the debt. At least once I mean, if you have a town crier, then you can add silver. I'm going to try the shepherd thing here. Not really. You could maybe continue town crier, but so they're just taking the debt there. Well, we didn't find money lender, unfortunately. You buy upgrade. You could go like Town Crier Fishing Village, I guess. I mean, you have to do Fishing Village. Town Crier Develop. Zanderg has trashed 5 coppers. Zanderg played money later on turns 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I already said 5 coppers. I could have. I didn't have to count it. I'd already counted it. Yeah, that is rough. I mean, this part, you know, that's guaranteed. This takes some luck, though. I mean, okay, there's also just the luck of the opening, but anyway, it was pretty nice for Zanderg. Trying to figure out. Let's go with the Fishing Village. I think that's pretty reasonable. I'm not going to get around it. I could take the silver, but I'm not going to get around it. This turn. Oh. Question is, let me there's some cute, potentially cute Town Crier stuff you can do. Or Blacksmith, I guess, is the one I'm doing. I'm slightly surprised that this wasn't a develop for Xander, but Xander did not rotate. I could have rotated. Town Crier didn't make money, so this is less money. This is even just $4. This last copper trash if it happens. But then it could be a develop or an upgrade. Either one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hand. Maybe I should have rotated. So it could have unlocked a better turn for Xander potentially also, so. Is Zanderg slowed down in my old age? Okay, so we're not doing the money lender yet. They're which suggests they're gunning for a horde. So you could get there anyway with the town cry. It's a little odd to me, this particular order. I don't really have much option besides that. Can I this? Really, this didn't drop. Obviously, we would have preferred to have the date down there, but whatever. These are my only coppers. This has been a little wheel spinning. Continue sometimes can do that. Like I'm basically trash. I mean, I'm adding an engine component and getting a trash and then putting myself in a debt, some amount of debt. It would be nice to have it would have been nice to maybe add in an accelerant. But your option is like, I mean, this hand you could just take an upgrade. I could just take an upgrade here. It would be fine. Or develop, whatever. Your dream is to like have because this is Shepherd with some green cards, so it's totally fine. That's even making the choice a little bit easier. They're going straight for Horde, which I think is okay, but you really can get, by. And I don't know when they're going to do that. I don't, I guess they just feel like they're far enough ahead already that they can go straight into the Horde stuff, but like, surely the order is like you get an upgrade, which now allows you to do more or something, I don't know, whatever it is. That allows you, it could be basically developer upgrade that allows you to also get ropes and later on. I would just assume is like a little better, but could be wrong. Okay, so we have one, this pays that. So we could, I don't even know what the +1 card is doing if I went for that. Doesn't look all that valuable. So the question is just whether I feel like I want to silver this turn. Which I'm fairly doubtful of. I'm not really clean enough yet. well, I left and it's gone for 30, 40 seconds. Nothing has happened. I mean, like, surely you want plus buy. It makes the hordes better too. I mean, to be fair, Xander could also just buy rope on a turn or whatever, or buy the upgrade now. I would just have thought the order would be the opposite. Like here, if you're just playing horde, and I mean, I guess they're continuing, but have to continue to you don't have to play your treasure to continue. I kind of doing that automatically too. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, it can matter if you're taking blacksmith. I mean, I had to play it that one time, but so they got plus buy via the continue essentially here. But if they don't have money for it, what is the point? So this is both a shepherd's. You would have, I would have, I mean, if you don't have the town crier, but you would assume you play that first. So I kind of expect it undo incoming, but nope. Not the case. So then what? You still have one trash left? Is that true? Maybe not. Maybe you did it all when you got the horde. You did the last one when you got the horde. So you have a moneylender, pasture, 3 copper, or 3 estates in hand. So you get $1 more is all. You can't buy anything. That doesn't seem very good. Essentially, your turn was getting Miller. Because you didn't gain silver, you did no additional trashing. You played a fishing village. And you acquired 1 debt. I don't know what the other options would have been. I couldn't see the hand. Obviously, they had a lot of green and not a shepherd. It's not inspiring. Even if the alternative is to pass, I guess if you pass, maybe your next hand's sort of duddy. Yeah, this is the insane thing. Like here, there's only one thing you can even possibly do. So you're just making me sit here so that you can, I guess, think about something else. Like that's your hand. Okay. I'm sure I've been guilty of that myself. Let's see. Let's see if we draw another. I mean, we could do the 2, but I'd kind of like to get the, let's just see if we draw another one this way. I was going to say, I'd kind of like to get this silver. That may not be happening here. This is going to give us the upgrade. Yeah. Guess I could get the buy from Miller, but I don't really want. I guess I could get an elder. Is there anything I have that does anything with elder? I mean, just the one guy. I guess you can rotate it on the under the premise that Miller is maybe useful for them. Although I wouldn't actually mind if the I don't think I would actually mind all that much if the. What do I want? A rabble? If this was a shepherd, we wouldn't even need to do the what am I trying to say? Do the I'm probably gonna need to continue is what I'm trying to say. I can cantrip one on blacksmith. I don't think I really need to. Well, I guess I can also mode it. I'm a little less inclined to try that just because. I mean, I guess if we find shepherd, we may just not even need to play rabble this turn. Period. Should also be fine. Like if we find shepherd, we're just gonna kind of move through this really fast. I would think. Maybe I'm overestimating it a little bit. We can also continue something at the end. Or continue something if needed. It would be kind of nice to have a second fishing village. The rabble isn't like so great. It would have been good to have like in this kind of hand. So it was mostly for that purpose, but also it's just a $5 card. It can become a different thing. No trouble. It's just every single thing. Like they're obviously thinking about. Okay. It's the same thing. They just want to rotate. That's not unreasonable. That is the disadvantage of the thing I did, is it's gonna let them do I guess a nearby, which surely has to be developed. You gotta get something. Oh, that's weird, but they don't give buy later. It's like pure, again, this is just like a pure I'm gonna start province angle, and don't really believe in it, I guess. Is the long and the short of it. I mean, I guess I could contest it just by having it right now and having the upgrade. I mean, I could, well, let's think about it. Let's look at what we have and think about it. Like, we could hoard in province right now. I don't love that, but I also didn't get the way I did the blacksmith with the +2 cards is also not super amenable to what I kind of really want to do here. At the end of the day, I mean, what I kind of want is a rope. Which I can still get. The question is just whether I still buy a 3, which is pretty good, and gain a silver. Which is not bad. But I may just be ahead if I go for the Horde and Province right now. The trashing is about the same. I have an extra Shepherd, I have a Blacksmith, I have a Rabble. They basically they have a Miller, and they have Town Criers, which are not that great. And I still have a path to getting plus buy. Which is nice. I would need to do Town Crier for silver or for coin. Well, we're playing the upgrade next anyway. So the question is whether we want to go like Rope Fishing Village and save the board angle for next turn. Because I do think it's probably slightly early for it, though it's also okay. I mean, the nice thing about the gold is it makes the continues less punishing if you need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could also just take Duchy, which would still be pretty similar, but would let us add another silver this turn. Which of course also does muck with the Shepherd draw, but this the triple this into a state was so confusing to me. Truly. I am provincing too early. I should have just gone with the build. Get a little control. Oh well, too late. We gotta focus now on playing what we chose to do better. This match is gonna last 6 hours. I'm not gonna last, but the match is. Good opening Shepherd hand. Miller is doing some stuff. Now you just hold this moneylender for the rest of the game. I guess if you get enough money, then you can continue for a herbalist, and that's all right too. Like if you get the gold gains going, there's something to be said for that. as a way of slotting in plus buy and having plausible double province threat, which you do really need here. Maybe continue develop comes out here. That would be pretty good. Continue develop the money lender. Playing the horde, you didn't really to do that, but develop money lender, you get elder fishing village, I guess. And then in the future you can add your there's no more shepherd. They're kind of tapped out on draw. Stuff isn't necessarily getting played. I mean, the elder could get played, but it'll just give action to a town crier. And then they'll end up, I don't know how much money they'll have overall. There's still a lot of, they have 4 estates. I don't know how many of those are there versus. We received our A-League notice. Did they get developed? Develop, which seems pretty fine. Okay. Plenty of things for develop to do here. My turn could go pretty bad, potentially. There's definitely worlds where I need to rescue. There's worlds where I just pure dud. Worlds where I need to rescue a shepherd with a continued shepherd, a continued blacksmith or something. They may remove that or continued miller. All those things are possible. Interesting. Okay. Well, Yeah, this one could be problematic. We could draw one. We could do one. None of this works great. Could get another horde. Um, there's obviously could lose this guy here. This isn't gonna give us plus by. Well, we still have a chance to develop also ourselves. To be fair. Well, that did not really help all that much. Mm-hmm. Do we rotate? I'm gonna buy one. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. Really need shepherd. Hope Zanderg's turns bad somehow, in some fashion. I hope my top card is a fish or is a shepherd. I don't love whatever I did there. It doesn't seem ideal. It does, I guess, like I said before, the potentially nice thing about it is that it is probably helpful for doing continues where I need to bail out with shepherd. That's not nothing. I'll say that. Adding in the golds that way. This is not super drawy. I love, which I'm happy to see. You can always continue Shepherd, but fortunately that does cost a lot of money. They do have pretty good amount of money now. I think the herbalist was a little greedy. It's more like something you can gain with your develop mid-turn, but to be fair, our decks are kind of awful, so some of the more ambitious ordering you would do if you think, oh, I can just gain and play whatever thing, is not guaranteed just because the start offs of these turns are a little finicky. You're really gonna manifest top cards with Shepherd. Just everybody kind of, well, I mean, if you want me to do well. If not, you can manifest it being any of the other 11 cards. Town Crier, we always knew we wanted. Or something. I do in my fishing village this turn. Not terribly likely to. Okay. Well, this is still a pretty good amount of stuff. If you want to go province, double estate, or something. I don't know if the last card's the Horde or if the Horde got tossed. This match is going to last my whole life. I'm not going to see the end of it. Do, 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 do. Well. Okay, so. How much do we, but if we don't hit the, we got some terminals to play now, so. Guess I could have done that before doing the other thing. This is a little unfortunate as far as that goes. I really like to upgrade into a large develop. So I would just like to get a green card one way, or not a green, get a what am I trying to say? Get by from Miller. We would have to lose the upgrade. I don't love, or not lose the upgrade, lose the develop. I don't love. Or we could get, I don't have the silver. Oh, a silver period. It would be nice to have. I also don't know if I even care about plus buy. Like, what am I plus buying? I still have 8 debt to pay off, of course. 3 golds, 2 hordes. I would be glad to even get to go for another. I mean, you can always develop the upgrade into whatever. What else do we still have? A 4 would be pretty nice to develop, actually, but. Well, okay. Yeah. We could get a rabble. Maybe a little bit. We lose the shepherd. We also don't have a great way to draw it. We could develop golden rabble, I guess. I hate to lose the. This is all green cards, so there is like a pasture. But other than that, that's the money. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Or if we draw it. We do need to find the gold still. Or the pasture. This is not very clear to me how this should go. Okay. You can draw 6 out. Yeah, it's better to just. Well, does the silver guarantee it? 9, 10, 12, 14. If we found the silver, we could have maybe drawn it also, but. We're drawing the money also, but. So we can't play the develop. Well, we could, but, you know. Well, nice shepherd. I have sort of fake triple threat. I mean, it's not that fake, but it's slightly fake. It takes some real good luck, though. I have a good starting hand. Well, I have 2 provinces and 5 estates. Is that right? It looks right. What does this looks at mean in the middle of here? What was that from? What does that mean? I'm glad that they needed to develop, or I'm glad they needed to continue. That's good. How many goals did Zanderg have last time? 2, and they didn't add any. I do have fake triple. I do like having fake triple. Also just, good for buying duchies too. If we buy Millers or whatever. I think Xander could have crushed me here. There was like 2 turns where I think it was wheel spin, but it's hard to say. You get tempted by the continue. But like the first, like if you play your money lender turns 1 through 5, and your opponent has played it twice up to that point, you would think that that's like, and maybe the continue stuff is just so expensive that you're not really making headwind, but I think that is the case to some degree, but you would assume there's something you could then pivot into. I should not have ran away from what I wanted to do on that one turn, but I guess not gonna get an Elder Town Crier this turn for whatever that. This is all the shepherds. So potentially they still have a blacksmith, I think. Guess you can top deck Rabble. I don't know if you're drawing on, but you could. You're playing Fishing Village this turn. Now, if you're not playing Fishing Village, I don't. Maybe this is just a duchy, but like, you don't have Shepherd. I mean, you're assuming you'll have to continue basically. I don't think I'm gonna have to play around triple. Like if they just take 1 province here, I think I can take 1 and it's okay. But I have to be a little worried about looking at the next turn as far as gains because plus buy is just not here. I was very lucky to draw this 5-card hand though. Whether it'll be enough, I don't know. So like they didn't even play a Fishing Village. There was 0 province turn. The Rabble gain seems reasonable to me, but you may want to lose the blacksmith, but just the chance of hitting another green card just seems too tempting to me. This I like. We're pretty much stopped here. We don't have a way out necessarily, but I like this. anyway. Gives us more money. And then the question is, do we want the duchy? Or do we just want a shepherd? Can continue for a shepherd. We need to. All right, they didn't even get a. I forgot they didn't. They're gonna have to continue, but like, it would have been wild if they hadn't even drawn like $1. I mean, that would be really unlikely. I guess I could have double. They're continuing. Maybe they already have a shepherd in hand. Definitely have enough for triple now. The buys are a problem, but I'm a little better on plus action now, which is nice. And the money is sort of up generally. May not go anywhere. We really don't have the deck that actually draws better would have more rabbles, and we never did that. And so we've both been kind of, even though we're getting good shepherds, pretty good shepherds, like Shepherd Just Lab is not drawing through these decks. They're big. They're just so big. So that is a thing that we've both been a little slack on. Because if you want a consistent hand size and the shepherds to run, you need ropes, you need rabbles. It was just a little hard to put it all in. I mean, you could have gotten there. The question is whether they would have 3 or 4 provinces before that happens. And maybe you catch them. But, you know, those were the questions. We're going to have to make a new table after every single game of this. I don't know if I've ever seen this many millers gained it with intention. did the rabble hit? I didn't even see that. That's pretty nice for me, actually. I do wish I had hit double province. That would have been helpful on that last turn. That's okay. I've resorted to pacing. I'm just not going to be able to sit here and talk. Just apologies ahead of time. I'm going to be pacing during this match because I just cannot do this and watch the screen. Just everything is a stop. I mean, we'll have to check the stats at the end. I may come out looking pretty bad play speed wise as well. But I just don't have anything. This is a hard one to track hands to even like speculate about capabilities. So unfortunately, not necessarily doing a great job with that. But fortunately, they left one shepherd. I really thought they were going to continue a shepherd here, even though, see, okay, so the advantage of continuing the shepherd at that point would just have been to, prevent me from having that as an option. And I think that probably, or could have been pretty valuable. I could. How much do I need the fishing village? That's the real question. Or like the horde or the upgrade play. All of these things are questions about like moving draw up and possibly buy. Okay. This is our problem. I guess the oh wait. Whoops. Okay. We could put a rabble on top. We could put an elder on top. We could put a rope on top. Let's just see if we find... Nope. Okay. So now it's like touchy probably. I don't think I lowered to, although lowering the duchies to 5 is also also a risk, maybe. But 16, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be nothing. I mean, the nice thing is that double is not safe. The bad thing is I didn't. I probably should have taken the rope line, which I had at one point. Guess if you make enough money, you can just empty those guys. How much is it? $6, $10, $25? I didn't, well, I just didn't draw deck, but if I had, without continuing, that might have been a possibility. They have a lot of herbalists. You can also end on a continue. Like you can, if you have a develop, or sorry, if you have a gold, I guess it still costs 3, costs the saving the gold. Or the horde. Well, they're horde. Yeah, we're a horde. Because you can continue with no money and do a develop. You still need the buy though. You don't take advantage of the. But a 4, you could do not even a 6, but you could do a 4 into a duchy. If I'm losing here, I'm gonna guess it's on a duchy line right now. But we'll see. I just have so much treasure. Okay. I wonder if they're gonna continue. The blacksmith. Yeah. Well, they're definitely not doing the Dutchie. Wait, whoa. Is it for rotation? It's for rotation. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, well, you can't do it after drop, but yeah, it's for rotation. That all makes sense. So this is only 19 now to pile, and you can do one of them with continue. So unfortunately, it'll be the Miller. So it's really only $15. But I don't have many resources coming in. I should have stopped for the rope. There was that turn, or not turn, but that point in time where I could have developed and got a rope on top, and I for sure should have done that. Okay, so listen, if it's here, I don't want to miss it, so we're gonna check this. That's not, so we're gonna need we're gonna just need to play Rabble, and we might need to continue the fishing village. Assuming we even draw something that makes use of that, but there's not anything else that's like close enough to pile out. Okay. We also could use the develop here earlier, but I think what would we be changing it into? An elder? It's just a stop card either way. I mean, it could have been a duchy, I guess. So isn't this one's such a pain? The choice here. Because there's probably some value out of potential value out of seeing another card. But also a lot of potential value out of seeing an upgrade. We could also, I don't know what our easiest route to win is. This is $19 plus that's just so much money. There's just potentially compounding advantages to swapping things out here. I wish I had drawn a bunch of green cards instead of this, but this still gets to double, so. Well, only the longest game ever played. Okay, well at least we have quartermaster, so it can't last that long. Not even possible. There is colony, which is a little interesting here. But I don't know if it's interesting enough. Do we want the moneylender? We just live with Rice Broker. I swear if they play the quartermaster this turn, I'll walk out. Alright, I don't have to walk out. I did bottom deck mine, which is unfortunate, but simply the way the world works, you know. You just take nomads a lot, I guess. And then buy rice brokers at some point, and then you're kind of moving to certainly want more quartermasters. Or maybe should have been moneylender, but there'll be nomads, I guess. Quartermaster. It could be a rice broker. I'm not for sure. I don't think we'd cave dwellers this turn either. I mean, earlier quartermasters are more, you know, more better. If you can play them. We find we're gonna cave dweller 1. If we find student or quartermaster, we're gonna take a nomads. Otherwise, I think I'm taking an aristocrat. Either way, we're gonna try to buy a broker now, I think. It's really hard. It's like totally fine to just have 30 quartermasters. This is the classic, you know, quartermaster deal. Is that, oh, it's actually just completely fine to play 30 of them and that's your deck. For whatever reason. But I'm going to be satisfied with 2 for the moment. This is a little... I would like to play the student. So I guess we're gonna... Gain nomads. Buy aristocrat 2. Seems okay. If we find the aristocrat, then we can take on the next one. If we find the rice broker, we can take the nomads. I guess it could have been conjurer. I don't hate that idea either. It may be a little redundant with our... current setup here. So we're gonna pull aristocrat off and then gain it. Okay. What do we want to lose? This doesn't matter too much. We could think about just doing a thinning turn. I don't totally hate idle here. Like, if you can get there, the curses are pretty annoying. Just because it's single card trasher, so you can stay thin, but you have to... I mean, I guess that's the question. You're playing 2 cards to give them 1 curse. They play 1 card to get rid of it. Do the boons make up for that? The boons and the money, I mean. We could think about doing a student trash and an estate. And then we may still have like $3 to buy us something. They bought a platinum. That's exciting. So we still probably get 3 off of it. We could buy A3. That's what I mean to be saying. And then next turn... I guess the potential sadness is killing the... Well, the rice broker's there, so it's fine. Man, that is a bummer that they found the clerk. That part sucks. But so it goes. Because it just makes cave dwellers kind of pointless this turn. Not unreasonable to try still, but pretty bad. Well, just more of it to use, I guess, is the issue. It's 4 to 6 on trashing from their money lender stuff. I think I can get to platinum here too. I'm gonna have $4 and draw like 5 cards, so plus the clerk. Platinum is so nice. I knew, well, okay, apparently that's the only cards I have in deck, so I don't really have room to complain about this. It's actually, it was just, this is better. I was gonna whine, but it actually is just straight up better. I wonder if it's hard to make much use out of plus buy here. Maybe one, but it's not really worth a 4th aristocrat. You could just play nomads. I mean, you can get to double colony to buy a lot of platinum. The nomad's money is gonna start, drying up a little bit. We're not gonna be very good at greening, honestly. But it's fairly likely that the estates, nomads, aristocrats just run. Maybe clerks instead of one of those other ones. Well, not instead of nomads. Nomads for sure. But if we get to a greening phase, starting to take estates may not be. By any stretch. I guess I put 1 nomads in hand here and put 1 on the mat. Or 2 in hand. I just don't know if I'm getting any value out of the buy this turn. Well, I'll certainly have extra money if I do the other way. They're gonna want a rice broker. I'm very surprised at the conjurers actually, or at the conjure reveal. I don't know what they're doing for you. In particular. If you're gonna buy one, it seems a little odd to me. But it's just for another platinum, interesting. Sort of. It's not that interesting. I could kill the student instead of a nomads. How many coppers do I have left still? 4? That's not a crazy number. Not that you want 4, but like if it gets us a rice broker by... We also can just check where we're at. Right here. So we would get $2 more, $4 more. We go 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say? There's a clerk and 2 coppers and an aristocrat. So 4, 6. That would be 15, which would be kind of nice. And it guarantees everything. We could have done just the copper trash and just seen what we came up with. Oh yeah, the aristocrat's money too. Actually, I don't want to play that. I do like the rice brokers. That's my bad. Shouldn't have disappeared. I'm gonna say no to cave dwellers. Okay. This isn't really what we want, but I would have loved to trash some cards, but this is still not totally crazy. I do a lot of the nomads still, which is, I'm down. I'm totally down. That can unlock a double colony if I need it. Didn't find rice broker. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take nomads. Okay. So let's just trash a copper here. Loving this. This looks great. This may be well, if I get clerk, that would be different. This may be a at least one cave dweller play. They have double here. Things may get a little bit hairy. I mean, I can take single, but triple is the good news is provinces are still kind of in a stone's throw of it all. Particularly if I'm able to take some estates. But if I double and triple, well, I'm not doubling in that. Probably not anyway. If I'm kind of looked like they had a rice broker saved also, which is no good. I'm trying to think if I should take an aristocrat here. Or if I should, or even like a clerk. Okay. So we're just looking at double province. I suppose. Having drawn what I drew, it would have been nice to do an estate aside and just buy it, because I have like 6, 8, $19. And buy another aristocrat for whatever that's worth. We can't get to... Is it worth it though? That I do not know. We could get 21 and that would have been nice to do rice broker double province. So does silver help with anything? Does the state help with anything? Does anything help with anything? Then we don't have to pull this aristocrat, I guess. Well, we got so much. One of those should have probably been an estate. Silver, but you don't find plat. If they double, I have to score. Should have done it the other way around, of course. Of course, they could whiff double. I don't know how likely in it. Well, apparently. Oh, they hit it exact. Oh, that sucks. For me. Okay. So, cave dweller. 16 gets us to... times. We have to take one of these. Like, that's not a... That's not negotiable. They only played one of the rice brokers, right? So they probably have another one in there. But they drew their 4 plata into that hand and no green. I mean, okay, so on the one, it was unlucky in that they didn't find any... they didn't find any aristocrats or another rice broker. So that was unfortunate. Oh, am I just trying to like triple province? Or double province and hope they full dead? They're not gonna full dead. They don't have a lot set aside, which is a nice thing. I'm not gonna be able to like. I think we gotta attack too. And then maybe this one can take an estate, though we also risk an estate pile out at some point. What does, because even, yeah, that doesn't work either. It's just not going to work. But, oh, sorry. It's fine. Yeah, we didn't even go anywhere at all. You just have too many, way too many green cards. They have to have like a really weird hand for this to die. I'm not sure it's even really possible. This was kind of a fun kingdom, though. One miraculously didn't take an hour and a half. But we are reaching the 2-hour mark shortly. You have a 5-2 Kitsune. Lurker also. I don't know how much Lurker matters. And it's approaching army Kitsune, so you can just buy them and then buy provinces, I guess. I don't know if Lurker's worth it or not. I guess you do Foresight, actually. Foresight, look at that eye inside of a bridge. How did it get there? Someone explain it to me. It's not really draw, so you can't do horn. We're going to be junked. There's no trashing. Guides might be okay. Obviously, you could do the Bridge Truvilla stuff, but why? I mean, and it's not even obvious you can really do it. Like, playing multiple Bridge Trolls not going to be easy. More or less nothing works here. You can just buy Kitsunes. They're worth their gold, so you just buy a Kitsune. If you don't have the money for a Kitsune, you buy a silver or a guide or something and just go. I would say Haggler is alright as well, though it's, again, the issue. Haggler's issue is going to be like, you would need 2 of them, so that you have to pass up on 2 Kitsune buys. So certainly early on it looks not great. You have to make up the Wolfed In points, so you got to get 2 copy, and the Wolfed In points are pretty significant here. I mean, they won't be significant in the sense that we're probably not going to really end up with many, but they're significant in the sense that they are actually going to restrict you pretty hard here. Foresight puts it in your hand. Foresight not very good, but like surely it's just silver. You can try Taskmaster. Just a little bit of a reach. If you're lucky, you know, then it's fine. We drew this hand, which sucks, but whatever. I can't complain from the shuffle. Guide should be a plus buy one. Man, I'm dying on these. I guess I could. I guess it's actually, maybe I could have done that on the previous turn also. Well, no, I didn't have it then. But you do this one. I mean, the option was buy a silver. It's basically if I think I want to buy a guide or not, but not super big on that right now. This gets us a little more cycling, so hooray for cycling. We're going to see if guides are better than silvers. That's all we're going to learn here. And it very well may be. If Foresight had the thing, had plus buy on it, it would be pretty good here. They got a carpenter now, so they're going to have to get another carpenter before they make up the money of that carpenter. I'm going to buy, you guessed it. You already know. There is a little bit of consideration here for foresighting, silver curves foresight. It's not nothing, but it's not super great. And then, you know, if we can afford it, we'll probably province or duchy even. Sounds stupid, but the villa stuff, everything is, I don't know what angle any of this is. You have to gain so many things before where it does something for you. They're going to play 3 kitsunes here, I think. I think I'm going to get to 6 or split. I'll just do kitsune. Okay. This is not it's almost worth buying a duchy, but next shuffle. If these were province hands, I'd buy them. But they're not. Also, this is every single one of these cards is a stop card. A lot of them are real low impact. I hope the bridge troll gets played soon. Ish. I'm just gonna green. I'll buy whatever I can afford between province duchy every turn here. I'll take silvers when I can take them without costing province, and that's all I'm gonna do. I mean, if I have a really, really weird low money hand, I'll do a foresight, but they did. See, this is the thing. This is pretty good, but how often do you get to swing it all together? Oh yeah, and it's also the curses are gone, so it's not that good. Oh, I'm still a complete unbeliever. I think you need incredible guide luck. But if you get it, you also don't play guide that often. So. It is unfortunate that playing with the kingdom is horrible here, but I'm pretty sure it's horrible. This is a lot of kitsunis on the bottom. But it's fine. It gives us province double silver. Even against bridge troll. It's such a do nothing deck. Gosh, crazy. I do nothing. They do nothing. I buy province. Dude. Big money Kitsune approaching army is a pretty miserable thing. I don't really have another way to spin it. It would be cool if you could foresight mega turn. I'm not sure you can. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm gonna get surprised. I'm gonna how many over under on how many silvers I discard with foresight. There are a lot in there. Could buy an estate. I don't think that does much for me, but you get enough villas to play foresight. Not easy. Look at all these guides. They do a lot of guides now. This does not increase your hand size. You do have 4 curses in a state and then 7 goppers still. Goes for the that. This is a pretty horrible draw. How many did I do? Just the one. This probably stops me on a duchy from getting a duchy. Because they'll probably play a bridge troll. No? Oh yeah. They probably play a bridge troll. I'm surprised this was the angle used. Oh, they had another one there. I could foresight again. I sort of feel like this is a lot of the crud. Yes, I have a lot of green cards. They're getting closer. But they're not doing. I don't think the provinces help too much. Do some. I will cry. This is actually insane that this doesn't afford duchy. Oh my gosh. We have 30 of them bottom decked again. They're not even calling guides. Where's all the crud? So this is gonna miss duchy. That's crazy. Those are incredibly unfortunate draws. Even duchies are quite a big deal now. You know, if I had foresighted last turn, that would have been pretty good. But I'm again going to talk myself into saying that now I've seen enough of the crud that I should have okay-ish hands down the line. Whether that's true, I don't know. It's really oh, they don't play Bridge Troll. That's huge for me. That's massive. How many kitsunes hide? That's massive. All right. I was starting to sweat, but I'm feeling less sweaty. At present. This whiffs province, though. After the bridge troll play. You're also getting pretty close to, yeah, wolfed in issues with the curse. This also whiffs if they bridge troll, which I assume they have because they haven't been playing the they didn't. Surely they can't double province. They kept it though. Okay. Well, unless there's a wolf den that I'm missing. Well, I think I actually had, well, besides the start, I think I kind of had bad draws in the middle. I don't know. I did hit 9 against bridge troll attack a couple times. This or wait. Pretty good Falconer board, I guess. Potentially pretty good pendant board, Guildhall maybe. I don't know. It's hard to stop for Guildhall. Even though, you know, good. There's not like a double sentinel thing I'm missing, is there? I mean, you can do it just to do it. It's not crazy to do it in general, but okay. Make that. I guess the question is whether it's worth it to take the pendant now. How good are the loots? Surely you want like a little more control first. Guess if you think what's there is good, then you don't do it. I mean, if you think it's a better Sentinel thing the next turn. This is probably a Falconer activate. If I buy one. They are pretty good though. They're not. I guess that's the question, whether you want to do mess around with the pin and stuff at all. The loot stuff. You can certainly just be thin and have Grand Markets, Sacred Groves, and villas, hunting lodges, whatever, and still make a lot of money. Because the draw is not super compatible with it. Where is that darn Sentinel? I don't really want the villas. Not gonna lie. My lodge is okay. Oh yeah, this is unfortunate. Not in love with that. These heralds guaranteed to find nothing. Most pretty likely to. I guess I hit 5. Sentinel may whiff. Can live with. You can do a hunting lodge villa draw stuff with and play with the loots, for instance. But that'll dry up and then it doesn't work. If you go pure action, I mean the villas will just be gone. If you go pure action, then you probably don't want to try the pendant stuff, even though it can be huge. I was lucky that Sacred Grove. Oh, I knew that it wouldn't proc it because I didn't think of this. I didn't know in the sense that I was aware of it, but I know now that I could have known that the Sacred Grove wasn't a risk because the Falconer was delayed. For whatever that's worth. I wonder if we get a second Sentinel. They're not bad to have in deck at all. We played our 1 3 times. We only have 2, or we only have 4 junk cards left. So we still have junk that we maybe wouldn't trash, but would like to be able to dodge. In this turn, it could be a fair bit of a difference between the best and worst things. I'll say if they activate it, then for sure I'll take a Sentinel because I'm gonna play to trying to get around to the playing them 4 times. But if not, then I just don't see the pendant. But if not, I'm a little less interested versus just taking heralds. It's probably worth it though. You can set up a double. You could even kill the other Sentinel if you think that that's worth it. You think it's, you know, not important to keep it. They're still okay. So we'll do it like this. This draws Sentinel, plays Herald, draws Silver, plays Herald. We may be able to get another. I guess we could do it this way. It would be kind of nice if we hit Earth's Gift. Otherwise, it's a bit of a. It's better to just lose it and have it gone. We could. Delay a. Could do it like this. Buy Grand Market, delay Herald. I don't know if they're really better than. We have 7. We could have 9. We could go Herald Sacred Grove 1, 2, 3, which would give us more heralds. Okay, we didn't activate. It's nice. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know what the pendant was for. Guildhall, huh? Is there like some super trickery here? Sure, why not? See it. You want to trash? Nah. The wisp is funny. It doesn't actually do anything at all. Guess we could kill the silver. Silver. How much of this are we gonna draw? I mean, we could draw all of it. What are we looking for here? Like Grand Market Hunting Lodge? So like 11. We already have 7, 8, 9. We need one of the silvers for sure. It would be nice to herald something. Not herald, delay something. Even if it's just Sentinel, I guess that's pretty good. What's the other Falconer play on? Probably just a Villa for the sake of villaing. It'd be a silver. We could trash one of these. And then... we could just leave this. They do it like this. I guess the... Okay. We don't need the villain. We got 12. We could double grant GM. Gotta watch the piles, both the estates and the sentinels. Probably more likely the estates, but we'll see what Zanderg does here. I'm up to like pretty good on gains. I mean, I'm quite close there. Depending on what gets lowered here or not. I have a lot of villas. I assume this is going to be like a villa buy into play hunting lodge, but maybe they didn't even find the hunting lodge. In which case, this is really bad for them. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just gonna be a question of money. Do it like this. Colors. I had 12. It's probably not there just yet. If I had to guess, because it's not far though. I guess we could toss double out. I don't know. Okay. C's gift is nice for Zanderg. Well, I guess I played into doing it regardless. I have 18 here. Okay, 18 is not. We're gonna want to delay most of these. We're actually pretty close to curse. 11. We can trash to how much money is this? Yeah, we're pretty close there. We have the buys to take like a. We end up with 8 of the curses. We would need a colony. 13. 13, 16, 18. That's just 17. I don't want to mess it. I mean, I have a win if it's not. These don't take buys. 10 buys. 11 is curses and a colony. Those cancel out, plus I'm going to minus a few of them. But they would cancel out anyway. And then this is $3, $3, 17 bucks. I have 13, 15, 18. It works. Monkey, relic, and Animal Fair Fortress can be a thing. Another Falconer Kingdom. Nothing too wild on the payload besides, I guess, Animal Fair can be a little bit. Monkey could be. Monkey's probably going to be pretty good. It's probably Silver Maroon to try and get a Falconer, but I mean, the problem is, I mean, it's not really a problem, but you do have to somehow balance your build up versus what you're doing with Monkey. We may get to a spot where we're clean enough and it's just like everyone's drawing deck anyway, so you're just trying to have higher payload. I don't know that we'll get a pot. Well, Throne Room could run pretty easily. Other than that, Fortress potentially, but Relic pretty good. I'm gonna take Snowy versus, actually maybe Monkey first. Take Monkey. I didn't play the Maroon. That is argument to doing the, I guess they didn't either. That or they're really thinking about something that you would never do. Falconer quite good here. I'll probably get Throne Room if I get a Falconer activation. Ooh. If we had Snowy in hand first, we would have just gotten there. That's crazy. I guess you could mission. This isn't a particularly good I mean, you're not likely to hit anything. It's just Snowy. Which is fine. But I mean, it's essentially trying to just shuffle. But I don't know that it's worth missing a buy. So I'm gonna take a Falconer. On my mission here. I might not be able to mission here, but yeah, I am gonna have a bit of a terminal issue on this shuffle here. This maybe not should not have been a Falconer. If it gets activated, it'll be fine, but I guess they're probably gonna get the wishes there, you know. Yeah, this was a little greedy. I mean, if I'm very lucky, it could be okay. But now there's not really a out, so I'd almost rather because I left a bunch of Falconers down here. Um, which I do need to react, basically. I mean, react's not guaranteed, but it's just extremely likely. It's almost impossible. I mean, you could avoid it intentionally, but it would be weird. It would look extremely weird. Probably going to get monkey down. We're just going to be fast, fast, fast. But I think I'm going to be probably a little behind. So I'm surprised at second maroon. I guess it's as good a draw as anything here. Gonna have a trail would be really nice for it, but fortress is fine if you go for getting super clean. And then there is an argument to be made to just be like, oh, monkey is just like way too late now. If you're gonna do that though, I would have expected more falcon or throne stuff here. Like you could have done more of that. Like one of the wishes is just still in, I guess. Oh. You can almost pile out across like these turns if you do throne room falconer stuff. I might have a pile out. My monkey will have been completely useless for that purpose, but I guess it's not gonna. We'll see. By golly, we'll try. Probably keep an estate just for that reason. There'll also be some reaction issues from them, but yeah, I think I'll probably be short of it. If I already had the wishes in deck, then it would, but and we should not have probably, like I said, the monkey doesn't help. Oh, I'm pretty surprised they didn't try to throne Falconer here. I'm sure you could have. I'm sure you could have managed that at some point, but boom, boom. I'm bouncing my leg and my arm's on my leg, and so that's why my mouse is freaking out if you're watching on YouTube. What are we doing here? It's almost 4 o'clock. Last game was pretty fast. They do get a monkey. So they are going to have the falconers in hand when I do my stuff. And in fact, they may they may gain in play. Oh, gosh. That's a real possibility. Well, I'm not very optimistic of my chances in this one. Though I do feel like Zanderg has undergained the throne rooms specifically. But where is the thing? Like where's the snowy village? What's going on? Also, why does this? Oh, it does. There's just no. I was thinking it was whatchamacallit, TGG. Did I already have another Falconer, or do I only have the one? Did I have two? I had two. We just have sad draws. I'm not gonna. This is also not gonna work. Like. Period. Surely they'll find the pile out, but I guess I'd play for them not finding the pile out. Good annex. So that takes away my ability to mission. Surely I'm just not getting another turn. Like, what? Well, they don't have a good way to empty the Falconers, actually. It sure would have been nice to draw. But then I would have activated it. Draw the Snowy Village, but... Well, it was fine. It was something anyway. Maybe you can get... And that's hard too. They probably can't pile. They can, you know, buy a province or something, maybe. I also don't actually... Well, they can obviously gain silvers if they decide they want to buy a province. I take 3 of those, and I'm chaining those on thrones. Do I end up with enough? 10. Probably not. Enough to pile estates or something. I guess that's not gonna work. They would have to lower some things. I shouldn't have stepped away during that one clerk thing. I forgot about clerk. And I don't know how long they waited, but... What can we do here? I'm gonna talk to Don. I'm only 7,000 on time, so I'm not doing great so far. I should get that down to a 60 for sure. The game before, I didn't do myself any favors. Now the game before that, surely I did. But and I did take a pretty long think on the... I mean, everybody was thinking on the Shepherd one. It was just like a lot more punctuated stops for Zanderg. This is also one of those situations where, I'm gonna say something. I don't think it's even true. Why even bother? Three throne rooms. Such a good card. So very fun. This is a nice kingdom, actually. It's a bit silly, but it's still pretty nice. What the diplomats are for, we'll never know. Unfortunately, don't have falconers in hand, which would be helpful. But if they mission, then maybe then I'll get a shot. I've only seen 8 of 17 cards, so it's not that weird. Well, you could throne Wish Room, right? I mean, why not? People who are sticking around and watching this are true lovers of the game. That's the only thing that could explain it. I think I can get it down to 60. Well, it depends on if I spend time puzzling out a 3 pile that I cannot actually make on the turn that I may or may not get. Okay, so to be fair, I'm not sure I'll be able to work this line, but it would have. Okay, now the Falconer's in my hand. Now they probably won't gain. Well, they might gain a monkey. Maybe. They don't necessarily have to, but. Took all my precious throne room. It was rude. Do they have like a... Is there another pile that can be thrown away? 1, 2. What are we doing? Okay, whatever. I mean, this is truly not a no info undo. I don't know if there's anything in particular I can do with that information, but ooh, they're out of action drill soon. He should be morally obligated to gain a they did do it, so fulfilled their moral obligation. What do I want? I need to be able to buy. Need to be able to pile out these guys. Did they not know I have the wish? I mean, they can annex also. They have to do it all with. I did draw them a few cards, but maybe one of those should have been a silver. Maybe the plan is just to annex 3 times or something like that. Because they do have a couple animal fairs, they could get some money. You need quite a lot of money to annex 3 times, but you know, I mean, if you thrown animal fairs 1, 2, then you can maybe get there. I don't know how much money they have left. If only Tomb was on the board, they would have a, insurmountable lead already. But I'm like for sure gonna have a pile out. I guess I have to not dud on my not dud on my turn, but well then. Let me give this one a puzzler. Do I want to know what my last card is? Should I just already know? I don't know. So I mean, I don't have to mission either. I have depends a bit on what they've got in their hand, if they have falconers or not, but because I take 3 of those. I could take a silver. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to know what my last card is. Well, it's probably not that. 1, 2, 3. If we throne those, we can get. Two, three, four. I mean, just buy Falconer and Annex. Probably wins. As long as we have a bulk of the estates. Let's see what the card is. Oh, it's a Falconer. Okay. they take some of these, I think I'm fine. I get 4 of these now. Yeah, this all works. We just need to buy. We don't even really need to play this, but we can. It's just Falconer. Annex, right? Yeah, they needed to get some provinces. Well, and not lower quite so aggressively. Okay, I guess I'll make a new table. Is this the new one? I can't tell. It should be me, right? I was a little slow on execution of that at the end there. I clicked those things. I had the counts pretty well figured out. I should have maybe thought about doing estate. Well, the timing I did the estates was totally fine. Maybe I could have done it a bit earlier to not let them have that as a possible out. But them getting a couple was actually simplified it a little bit. So blue cards, no village besides Steed and Domain. Not a lot happening here. You know, potential mining road sack of loot interaction, which is, you know, pretty okay, but not a barn burner. Trading post open would actually be very good here. And maybe even worth picking up on the first 5. I'm not sure though. That's a little slow relative to the wharf probably, but other than that, you're just kind of buying. I mean, I'm not even sure on the like loot sack of loot mining road stuff if it's worth the time versus just adding another joust and trying to get to 8 and then trying to win some prizes because the prizes are good. The rewards. Some of the stuff can unlock sheepdog things, like sack of loot sheepdog is potentially a thing. So not mind blowing. If you had some way to, like, if you had the rewards that could activate sheepdog, then a stack of sheepdogs would start to look a little more exciting. The loots are fine though. I mean, it's still loot. It still could be good. Did bottom deck 2 estates. I don't know if it's going to end up better than my opponent, who didn't react clerk, which means probably has clerk in this hand, which is a reasonable good shot at... Oh, alright, I attacked them. Anyway, some good shots at double 5. Not that great since I attacked them, but you know, whatever. I guess it just takes silver. You can certainly have, like I said, I wouldn't be... Everything's loose enough here, I wouldn't be mad at somebody going for any of the good cards. There's trading post sheepdog stuff you can do. I just generally wouldn't expect any of it to be like, I don't know, so good that it's definitely works out. That makes any sense at all. I don't know why I did an estate. I'm not sure I want to buy something, but maybe I do. Not awful to be the person who gets aqueduct either. There's definitely some cute sheepdog stuff here. I don't want to undersell it. But whether it comes together is going to be a little wonky. And unfortunately, it's not the kind of way that makes the sheepdogs a village. Otherwise, I'm buying them, of course. But it doesn't, this stuff isn't super compatible with Wharf. And Wharf's a good card. I need to slow it on the silvers, I think, at this point. I maybe even got one too many, but it's going to be pretty, it's going to be relatively flat. I'd be pretty happy to take the province whenever. It's got 5 points. It's a pretty good. You want one anyway, and then you're just buying jousts. If you can afford them. This is probably going to hit 7, though. We could get there. Ooh. Okay. There's another silver here. Once they clerk me, if they clerk me, I guess they're not going to clerk me. There's some nice clerk joust interactions for me. This I'm just going to take a joust. There's, I guess, a small but non-zero chance that I would have hit this guy, but this collision is a little sad, but we've got 2 jousts. We're going to try and may add a 3rd wharf if I hit 5 for this shuffle. The sheepdogs are tougher. I don't hate them, but there's some nice possible draws. Would have been cool to trigger the shuffle, but I guess the wharf will be in there. My sheepdogs are definitely dubious. Close to dubious, at least. How many? Two trashes, essentially. You do get to put another province in though, so happy about that. I'm not. I guess they haven't shuffled with their province yet, so it's okay. There's definitely a point where the shuffle could work against you. Okay. Which of the beautiful rewards do we just go for the courser? Sort of basic here, but it's you know, it's a classic for a reason. Obviously, everything but even renown's probably huge trump renown are probably the weakest for me right now. Domain is pretty good. Okay. We could have saved a copper back. I think I just like moving through whatever these last couple cards are though. We missed this one sadly, but not too surprisingly. We could have got another sheepdog. If we saved a copper, we could have way the ratted it, but I kind of like just drawing this, as I already said. I don't think anything worth buying. Their deck will be beautiful if it ever hits. Hopefully it just hits too late if it ever does anything. They're actually not that clean is the main thing. Like you buy the trading post and you trash, you've got 3 cards worth of thinning. So it's not like a big upside from that. I'm not sure again, like I said, about the clerk play because it does let you shuffle jouster like well, we gotta do it this way. There's no good. This is unfortunate. We didn't get to play we didn't play Wharf, we didn't play whatever. We are gonna get one here though. This might be, I guess we'd do the domain here. Hopefully they never get a chance to use. We could think about taking Princess just to stop the I don't know what Princess is called now. Renown. Take Renown just as denial because they've got a little bit more use for it if they do get it and go big. But I don't remember if there's anything in here. I don't really want to trigger this shuffle just because it had 2 of the provinces in it. That's also a little bit of a sad angle on it. Did get another joust though, which is nice. They're doing that just to do the sheepdog stuff, which is very cute. Hopefully they don't go. They still have, what, 6 sheepdogs amongst just an absolutely massive deck. Not 6 sheepdogs, but 7, I think. They have at least 3. We can do, you know, a unique courser move, as they say in the business. Did donate this aqueduct point, unfortunately, but that was the way. That's just the way the world works sometimes. It doesn't do the discard anymore, right? Yeah. That's good. We get a little more draw here doing action silver than we would otherwise. Now, if we go card actions and then find the domain or the joust and activate, then obviously that's better, but I don't know if I had the clerk sheepdog line the last time I played clerk. I did, though it does take gaining another clerk, so that's a little iffy. That is a little iffy. It's not obviously good anyway. Ooh. Love to see this. So this makes you open up maybe some other questions about what to do with Courser. But fortunately, you can do this, then make your choices. Oh boy, you know what we've got now? You all know it's coming. Everybody knows him, everybody loves him. It's House Carl. I guess the order of that is wrong. I should have done I should have taken the coronet and done it, and then I could still go ahead and just take the renown anyway, just to deny it. Also, apparently, because it just unlocks another sheepdog activation for no reason. And then clean up the rest of these guys. Oh, I didn't get the last turnip, but that's all right. I don't think this triples, but it certainly does. Well, I guess we should count if this, I mean, it does actually clearly triple. 11, 14, 21, yeah. I shouldn't even make them do that because I actually am way over, but it's easier than checking. Oh yeah, I have renown. I forgot I had renown. That's my bad. That's super my bad. Okay, well, we survived it. I should not have played the clerk. Thank you for watching. 3.5 was somehow shorter than what I thought after 20 minutes of the first game. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all for my last match, which will be against Furkel. We'll probably need to be like a 5 or a 6 to even give me a shot at survival. So maybe I'll get really lucky again, but we'll have to see. Anyway, take care.